Chapter 1397. Seeing Emma's willingness to agree, Kano nodded happily, and said with a smile, "I didn't expect Mrs. Anderson to be so refreshing. I am worried that you will disagree." Emma hurriedly said, "Ms. Moon, you can recognize my husband's ability. I am too happy to have time. How could I disagree? Just in case my husband is not doing well enough, please bear with me." "How come?" Kano said with a smile. "I recognize Mr. Anderson's abilities very much, and I believe that my father and my family are the same, so I would like to thank Mrs. Anderson for fulfilling this matter." Emma was a little flattered, and hurriedly said, "Miss Moon, you are so polite." Seeing that Kano kept using such ulterior motives to release some kind of signal in secret, Alex couldn't help feeling helpless and depressed. He knew that this was what Kano said to himself, and at the same time it was told to Emma cryptically, and it could even be understood that this was a demonstration of her to Emma in front of her. However, I just couldn't do anything about it. After all this is because I owe Kano, and I also betrayed the marriage contract made by both parents in the past. I have no face to accuse her anyway. Moreover, what made Alex even more depressed was that he could not simply refuse Kano like he refused Mia. Although Mia liked him, he did not owe Mia any love, but saved her life many times, so even if he rejected her straightforwardly every time, Alex would not have any psychological burden. But Kano is different after all. She is my own baby relatives. She has been looking for me, waiting for me, and looking forward to me for so many years, but I have failed others. This kind of thing is my fault." At this time, Emma, who was in the dark, mustered up the courage to say to Kano, "Miss Moon, can I take a photo with you?" Kano readily agreed, and smiled and said, "Okay. Shoot now?" Emma nodded, busy. "If it is convenient for you, then shoot now." Kano nodded, took the initiative to move her chair, leaned closer to Emma, and said with a smile, "Mrs. Anderson is so beautiful, it is still very stressful to take a photo with you." "How come?" Emma said awkwardly. "I am under pressure. Miss Moon is not only beautiful, but also a top domestic star. In front of you, I will inevitably feel embarrassed."